And then the third thing you have to be willing to do is transition everything that you've adapted and learned. You have to be able to transition it and make it physical.
Mm-hmm. So it's something about having your pivot game strong and remaining relevant. It's your boy Don Peter, gentlemen. Hey, this is the mind of the Exoticpreneur where your pain become profits. Listen, I got a special guest. I mean, this guy, this crew, man, it's gonna be amazing. Listen, this guy has been an AVN Award winner. He's an exoticpreneur. You feel what I'm saying? You know how we talk about defining your purpose and wearing it with pride. You know, he goes by Pornbread Inc. He's a music artist, and I've just heard from Birdie. He's nominated for another award. Hey, listen, this is someone that I think y'all never gonna forget because one, he's a fellow Aquarius. You know, greatness is in the freaking building. What I want to say to one, I want to introduce to all of y'all. I want to bring y'all on Alfonso LS, baby. Just let it be known. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What up, though, my baby? How you feel? How you feel? How you feel? Let me talk to me. Talk to me. You
Man,
feel what I'm saying?
I'm just excited to be here. You know, I'm very, very thankful. I had the opportunity to meet you, but you know, for the fans, I am Alfonso LS. I am the 2021 AVN Award winner. I've been nominated. This is 7 times now, 7 years straight. We've been running. We've been dedicated, putting this thing together. My company, Pornbread Incorporated. You know, I started my company back in 2019. 5 years strong now, independently doing all of this. You know, we didn't get no help. You know, we built this from the ground up. As far as the music goes, my rap name is OW, so it's ODUBBY. I just recently did OW Presents Alfonso Lays the Crown. It was a porn star album. So, you know what I'm saying? I got Misty Stone on the album. I have that Thick Ass Daphne on the album. I have a lot of other features on the album. I would rather them guys go check it out. I've been putting in the work for that. The accolades speak for themselves. You know, the resume has to be built. And when you build, you let the resume do the talking for you a lot of times.
Yeah. Most definitely. So officially, how long have you been in the actual adult entertainment industry now? As a performer?
10 years. Almost
about 10.
years.
Beautiful. So as a you know, every man, you're living a lot of men's dreams for real in real life. You know, what made you get started in the industry as a whole? You feel me?
To be honest with you, I think I always been in the industry. I just wasn't, you know, making moves. I was recording shit when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? You remember the small DVD, the small camcorder with the little DVD tape?
Yeah. Personal game, getting it on.
Yeah, I was always watching and learning, and you know, I had techniques, but things change. You know, I had to grow up. I had to make some adult life. So I made a choice to go to serve my country, and I did that for. And I'm just dedicated, man. I've been around the world, and I've been able to see a lot of things. And then, you know, being a model made things easier because I was at a fashion show. I got the opportunity to meet Pinky, and she was like, come here, pretty eyes. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you, I appreciate you. And she was like, you think you can do this? And I was like, I was born for this shit. This is cake. So she put me with a director, and me and that director started out. And once I got my grasp on things and I shot a couple of scenes, you know, my rookie year was a tough year, man. For all of these guys that think that they just gonna come in and start knocking out killers, I'm gonna give y'all a real rude awakening. You got to start at the bottom to get to the top, Playboy. And sometimes the bottom ain't always what you think.
Yeah. So a lot of times when we're in the game, and you know, if you don't know, you know, I got my success from being an operator in the exotic entertainment industry. So getting people started, getting male and female entertainers started, a lot of times they are expecting to make big money off the bail. And we're trying to tell you, like, nah, you can get started pretty good. So you can start making, people's paycheck fast. But when you're trying to make lifestyle changing income, that takes work. You feel me? It's like I don't know no other business on the planet where that you come off in the bail making big bank. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
where they even in this game, you feel me? Where do they do that at? Where is the logic behind that? You feel me?
The craziest thing is being 80s baby, I've been able to see the generational shifts, the generational shifts a few times. Mm-hmm. And just looking at how things change, you have to be able to adapt first. You have to learn. And then the third thing you have to be willing to do is transition everything that you've adapted and learned. You have to be able to transition it and make it physical.
Mm-hmm. So it's something about having your pivot game strong and remaining relevant. So what are some of the successful principles you go by to maintain relevancy in this industry right now?
PPP, product, placement, price.
Okay. So what is your products? Tell us a little bit about that.
Music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Music is a product. My adult entertainment videos is a product. The placement, what platforms that I'm going to put it on. You get what I'm saying? And then what are you going to charge? What is the worth or the value that you feel it's worth? Because in this industry, they look at clout, but clout has no true value. Clout has no value. If you really think about it, 1 million followers on Instagram or any platform is not calculating $1 million. It doesn't transition. I feel like the way you make your product stand out is you do unique things to have that product be unique. And then where you place that product is going to always set you apart if the product is placed right. And if you have the right price, that is not a high markup, because everybody wants $75 for a scene. It doesn't work like that. You got to start low to build high. That's a big thing. We just have to come to the realization that if you don't start from the bottom and you start fast, you won't be here long.
See, one of the main things that I'd like to give people insight is, and this is actually pulled directly from my book, Defined by Purpose, Enter the Exoticpreneur, which is going to be revised. The new revised vision coming out, and it's giving you way more game. And one of the main things that we talk about is your product is a service and your service is a product. You feel me? It's the combination that you are the product and you have physical products, but service is what makes people put their person, connect to it directly. You feel me? It's like, look, people don't buy products, they buy people. But then they know that you got a product, they going to support it long term. So the thing is that I like to share with a lot of exoticpreneurs is that you got your starter income, then you got your residual income. You feel me? There's a way that you can do it where that you can still keep loan money. I don't always, now me, honestly, I always tell people, like, I'm a producer operator. I dreamt about getting in the game and going out and showing off because I knew I had something to work with. But then I realized that's not my mindset. I'm not that passionate as being the talent as I am being the organizer and operator to make sure that the business is done well, that integrity is held strong, and that the trust is maintained, because this industry, amongst many industries, is extremely easy to get in, hard to get out, but takes a massive amount of tenacity and integrity for it to work, because you can't just go. It's like the dope game. You feel me? If you gone for a minute, they looking at you sideways, like, where you been? What you doing?
Well, I think when it comes for women that works a little different. Men can't really take a hiatus. Men can't really take a hiatus because you always have to understand that if your product is not available for purchase, someone else's product will be. Have to always understand your true value in your product and space your product out. Don't just throw every scene you shoot right up right now. You crazy. You better map out the timing, because what you do is you promote each scene. You give that scene enough respect to promote it the way it should be. That is where your true money value is going to come in, because the people that really respect your business and purchase and subscribe, they going to spend money. But you just throwing 4-5 scenes out. You ain't did no promo. They might be some bad women. I'm talking about superstars, but that don't mean shit if you ain't did the right promotion.
Yeah. You know, that it's actually more like promoting a movie, and then there's the movie premiere, right? And then there's the now current right now, then it's the streaming transition, and then it's the continuation. Like, have y'all not seen it? If you ain't seen it, you need to see it now. You don't know what you're missing. You need to tap in. You feel what I'm saying? And it is amazing how so many people miss that marketing mark. The marketing mark that
In the microwave era. I mean, like for us, for some of us 80s babies, we know the value in timing and patience to make sure that the market is right. So when you market it, people go get it. They'll market it and people will go get it. If you think about all of the commercials for Nike, all of the commercials for all of the shoe brands in the early 90s, they spent time to make sure that they marketed the shoe. The product was going to be marketed. They were going to make sure that they had a commercial. They were going to do everything they could so that when that shoe hit that store, everybody had it. They was chasing it. They was running it down. That was the smartest thing to do at that time. But now you posting pictures on Instagram. I mean, like, a lot of people aren't as interested as they used to be because it's so fast. Everything's so fast. I mean, you don't take your time and make sure that the product is placed right. You just shoot it out there and you hope that it hit or miss. And I think that that's the thing with music as well. You can't just shoot it out and hope that that hits or miss. You have to make sure that the product is placed right. Throw out the snippets, give them that small sample, because when it does come out, it's a guaranteed purchase.
So it's the rules of the game in regards to marketing, direct connection, continuity is still the same. It hasn't changed. And I've been in the game at this point as a professional marketer, exoticpreneur, for over about 15, we're knocking at 17 years. I've been about 17 years and learning the value of high-end marketing is parallel. Like, what they do in big business and what we do as exoticpreneurs are identical on that level. Everybody else is trying, because I noticed one thing that was very key, and that was when I retired out of exotic entertainment and I went into the commercial world and I started seeing what they were doing. I said, we was already doing it. I was like, we're only one step behind a big Fortune 500 promotional team. Like, it's like parallel. What we do commercially, what they're doing commercially, we're doing the same thing at the same level, damn near at the same time, exotically.
And independent.
So the rigmarole, the red tape of all these clearances ain't hitting us as it hit y'all. So one thing I can say is, profit wise, you have more opportunity to own your stuff, keep your stuff, and maintain it, because I always, as I said, I acumen this to the music industry as a whole. Like, once you get your masters, once you get your licensing, you pretty much up. You can write your own check. You just got to stay connected. You feel me?
I think connection is the hardest part, because there are people that are connected that aren't even alive anymore. I mean,
right.
Michael Jackson, Prince, like, they may no longer be with us, but they're still connected because people love them dearly.
Yeah.
You know, your influence has to be just as powerful as your product.
Mm-hmm.
That your influence has to be just as powerful, because if you have no influence, no swag, no je ne sais quoi, if you don't have it, then you just writing a blank check that's probably never going to get cashed.
Mm-hmm. You know, and it's crazy that you say that your influence, your power comes from those things, and we talk about that a lot of times on the podcast, on the Exoticpreneur show, on the Audible version. Now, one of the things that we did meet in Chicago, we met at Exxxotica, and it was one of those powerful, interesting situations, and I think it has to do because when greatness is in the building, like attract like, and you feel me. I'm January, you're January, Aquarius, big dog energy, big greatness is all in the building. You feel me? It was like, wait a minute, why am I vibing with this guy? Because most energies you don't vibe with, especially male energy, because you got testosterone, you got machismo, you got what you doing, you got the bro trying to protect your chick because you really bro managing versus like really managing, really operating.
I think what makes me different
Mm-hmm.
from other performers is no ego.
There you go. That ego death, and being open enough to receive opportunities with people that you don't know. Like, who are you going to be afraid of? How can you be afraid to win if you're afraid to win? Strangers is what makes you successful, not friends and family, so to speak. It's who you start with, it's who you practice with. But strangers is where the bag is at, right?
Yeah. I mean, it can work that way. I mean, there are some people that have been famous from having their organization, as far as their core people, help them grow.
Mm-hmm.
Always a thing. But I believe that the 15-second elevator speech is just as good as the 15-second mission statement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's that on that. I want to bring some guests on. One of my friends who we initially been locked in for years. I met her as a dancer, and for some weird reason, we just clicked like right a freak away. It was no hesitation. It was no apprehension. It was like, hey, you good energy. I was like, yeah, but you're good energy too. What's up? And before you know it, she became the stories that helped write this book right here. This is my first book. Now I've since had multiple books, 3-book called The Exoticpreneur Path to Greatness. So if y'all don't know, y'all make sure y'all get it. But this young lady here, she popped her pea cherry. And when she popped her pea cherry, it was on and popping. Because one thing I don't do, I don't pop the pea cherries. I can pop your stiletto cherry. I can get you on the stilettos. I can get you in the right rooms so that you can market to the right people successfully as an entertainer. Because that's my lane. I'm entertainment. I'm structure. But when it came to the P Valley, baby, I was not the guy for that, because I do this by the book. Because I know the rules and I understand the ramifications if you don't do it the right way. You feel me? When you get into certain games, if you don't understand how the game is played and what the end game can be, because there's a right way and wrong thing to do anything. I know for a fact that you can successfully do anything legally. That is a fact.
Everything, pretty much.
Everything can be done legally if you pay attention to the rules of the game and how it ends. And with this young lady, she stayed a student of the game. She stayed strong in the game. She has started to epitomize and elevate her value to the level where that I think she's going to be next hottest thing smoking, coming straight out the 313. What I want to introduce to some and bring to many, my friend, Miss Asian Kiwi. Come on, baby. Let's bring it on. Hey. Make sure that your mic is on.
Got it.
That part. So I'm super excited I'm super excited. We've been putting things together for a while, and you know, we got together and we talked about. Hey, she said, you know, you popped your P cherry, so you're officially Miss XXX Asian Kiwi. You
Yeah.
know, but from there, we got together and said, hey, we need to get on this road trip and find out what are the current movers and shakers in the industry. What do we got to do? Where we got to go now? Because I haven't been in the adult entertainment world in over 7 years. So I wasn't even of 100% pressed. I just knew how it goes. I knew the legals. I knew the business, but I didn't know the people. And I tell people, you got to develop your relationship habit. And it's a part of your 6 daily habits as an exoticpreneur to his path to greatness. And when we got together, we went right over to Chicago to Exxotica 2024. And Lord Bernard, we ran into Mr. Alfonso LS, who said, hey, listen, I'm about to put you up on some game, right? So, first of all, tell us about the experience actually being at Exxxotica for the first time. That'll be you. Yes, you.
Yes.
Miss Kiwi.
I wasn't expecting it. I've only been to a couple of little conventions, never exotic convention. So I knew it was going to be big, but there was a lot of walking around and a lot going on and a lot to see and a lot to do and all at one time. So it's a lot to take in. I'm pretty sure every time you go, there's going to be something different. And I'm excited to do the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, every time. Every time it's always something different.
Amazing. It's definitely amazing when you pop in and y'all two, you know, kind of hit it off pretty good. And we was able to get some bookings like right away, which unlike many people who goes out of town and going to work, you know, they just out of money. Versus when you walk into this game, if you do it ethically and properly, you can come in this game and get, you know, get it popping properly, right? So one of the things that I think a lot of performers and artists needs to have is testing, right?
Always.
Always. So what is the standard testing that you want to make sure you have?
So you're going to go with either Empowers, Clear, or talent testing. Those are the 3.
Okay.
Do throat swab, anal swab, MGen, and then you're going to do gold panel. You're going to do the full panel. I'm talking about the full panel, everything on the panel. A lot of performers that don't do it, they go, nah, bro, you got to do everything, baby, because this is a business. I can't run out here and just shoot anything. And a lot of people get this misconstrued that, you know, performers of the camera in the X-rated world, that we are not clean, which is totally a lie, because we have to be tested twice a month when we're very, very busy. So if I have a month where I have a lineup, I have to test that first week, get my test back. That 2-week mark where it goes 14 days, I have to retest so that I can get back to a fresh 14. A lot of people do not understand that this part of the business is the expense part. This can be the write-off, the medical part. This is all medical stuff, so you can write this part off. But a lot of people take hits because they're not as savvy and as technical. The most important part. I'm not even talking about the actual scene stuff yet. I'm talking about the part that makes everything transition. Testing is the most important part.
That part. And people act like how can you not keep it together when you getting it together? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I just learned something new just right now. What is a golden?
So gold standard is the top 5 venereals on the, you know,
okay,
chlamydia, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
That's the gold panel. that's your gold panel, everything, right? So once you finish your gold panel, you still have engine on the panel, and you still have to do your throat swab and anal swab. The reason why you do anal swab for anybody that's gonna go ill is if a female performer prefers to do a lot of things anally, we want to make sure she ain't hot back there too.
That part.
And
You
then
know,
if she giving that good guac 3,000, we want to make sure ain't nothing in the throat, because I don't need it at the tip. You feel me?
that part. You know, and it's amazing. So, you know, when we were at Exxxotica and we were literally vibing, you know, there was a guy that you said, listen, this my man's, because I'm ready to work and you ready to work, because it was like instant vibe. You feel me? It was like instant love, you know? And when he said, hey, listen, this is the guy that I rock with there. I want to rock with you. I know your stuff, but, you know, I do this for real. Here's my accolades. You know, one of the things that you did make sure that we all knew is, hey, I'm an award winner.
Yes.
I got the Oscars. You feel me? You know, can you introduce this young man right here that I'm referring to?
So I want to introduce you all to Snapshot Media Entertainment. He is the CEO. He is also the man behind the man, and he's a good friend of mine. And everybody knows him and loves him. They call him motherfucking Showtime.
So welcome. Showtime in the building. Talk to us.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey. So,
Hey.
you know, so having you come on, and, you know, not many people hear from the man behind the scenes who helps us perform correctly, look right, you know, and keep it tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So tell us about your experience at Exotica and, you know, basically working with Alfonso, working with Kiwi. You know, tell us about that.
Oh, man. I could write a book about Exotica, but long story short, started 2009. Now 15 years later, full circle, still going. I first shot Alfonso's first scene in 2017. Very good scene, but the talent, the energy wasn't there. She's no longer in the business. And then fast forward, the selection got better, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
And key thing when it comes to shooting, it's a love-hate thing. You could get away with tripod, but when you have a cameraman, you can just catch detail. And I will say this very bluntly. A lot of people may say things about Alfonso this, Alfonso that. He's a straight professional. You come on his set, we discuss testing, IDs, go over the scene, do's and don'ts, shoot the scene, and you're on your way.
You know, that, you know, as me being a fellow techie,
yeah,
you know, by me being a fellow techie, you like, you don't know how important it is to maintain professionalism so that we can do our job properly, so that we can actually, you know, film, shoot, so that we can actually get the shots right, so we can get you pretty much in and out. Because you're right, it is a love-hate relationship. You know, my background is in multimedia film and production. That's my background. I've been studying that ever since I was 13 years old. I was a animator since 97, before before animation became an animation thing. You know what I mean? So to be able to another fellow videographer or filmer can articulate how important that is for us to get you together and get it together is very big. You know, now what was it like working with Miss Kiwi? You know, talk to us. And Kiwi, I want you to let us know also, what was it like working with Snapshot, with Mr. Showtime himself?
His voice is very soothing, I have to say. That's the first thing. He has this direction in his voice, like, okay, yes, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. He gives good advice. I trust these guys, because they've been in the business more than me. It's really more the energy and the aura that I look for. They were very professional, very showed a lot of hospitality. I never felt unsafe or like something was going to go wrong. All the paperwork was given, all the testing was given. So, yeah, they did everything by the book. And that was like basically my dream booking yet. It was so easy and smooth.
That's the way it needs to be, So, Mr. Showtime, being a smooth operator, knowing how to talk and say, listen, he hit him with that Barry White, like, listen, baby, we're gonna work it this way. This is where you go. Now, one thing that I did love to see, because I was behind the scenes, catching some extra footage. It was amazing how Alfonso was able to add benefit and I guess what you would say assistance while shooting the freaking scene. Now, help me understand this. You got some good in your shit. You in the good. And I'm a brother who like to talk stuff too. And so while you're directing and Showtime is filming and directing and catching angles, how do you maintain that level of focus? Because, bro, I know I would have tapped out a long time ago. Long time ago.
There's techniques of learning each other. You know what I'm saying? Me and Showtime have been running for so long that we have an understanding and our visual cues are intact. I think any performer who doesn't have a person that can shoot their stuff and their visual cues don't match, the scene is not going to be good. It's going to be trash. I'm just being real. I'm not trying to throw shots, but we have always had, that type of visual connection where he understands angles as much as I do. He understands the technique of the angles. And as a professional, I know that I have to come with the business. There's no playing around. You know what I'm saying? There no gummy dicking when you're supposed to be working. You can't. It doesn't work. I understand that everybody has their ups and downs and you have soft moments, but this is the product that you are trying to sell. This is the product that people are going to visually see. This is not only the product, it's the representation of you, your brand, your market. All of these things are in key when working. And I like the fact that Miss Kiwi was able to roll with the punches because she was like, yo, this is directed and this is crazy. Like, I've never been around this motherfucker who can direct and the whole time and give me a full scene, because it's just not heard of, because a lot of people don't have that in sync, in tune with the person that's doing the video, because they usually hire a camera person who's just a photographer and not a videographer. And Showtime's credits are like Misty Stone, Jaden Starr, Thick Ass Daphne, Redhead Barbie. I mean, fuck, the list goes long. Asian Kiwi. I mean, it's a fucking list. This man.
All my favorites. I
mean, this man has, he has been around for some of not only my greatest moments, but he's been around for the tough moments as well. So we've built not only a professional business to business rapport, but he's like, look, hey, Zoe, we can do this or we can do this. We can move it this way or we can move it this way. But I think if you got your eye on it, let's talk about it. And we, not only that, but we strategize as well, because he understands angles so damn good that I don't have to halfway cue. But if we're in a position that is kind of tight and you don't got a lot of leg room, is when you have to either go close shot, wide shot, or stay right in the zone. It just depends, because you want the right shot. And especially the is the shot. If you fuck the money shot up, the whole scene is shit. I'm sorry, everybody. Don't be mad at me, but I'm being real.
Facts.
These are things that are important. And man, Asian Kiwi was rolling. I'm talking about from riding to missionary to oral. I mean, like all of the positions, she was, you know, taking heed and paying attention to how we were moving, and it was on cue. It was robotic. You know what I'm saying? It was on cue. It moved very, very smooth, very vibrant. Just working with her in general, that aura that she has, and the willingness to not only learn, but the willingness to visualize what's happening makes things so much better. And you don't get that from a new talent. You don't get that from a new talent. You get that from somebody who's seasoned. And for her to already be able to see it and understand, oh, okay, he's moving here. He's moving here. I need to ride for this long. I need to switch over and do cow this long. You know what I'm saying? I need to do this. I need to do this. If I'm getting pounded from the back, I need to turn my head, or I need to go straight and put my arms out. So if I'm looking directly in the camera, it makes sense. These are things that a lot of people don't talk about because they just like, yo, I'm here to get it. They're not, that's all they want. They're not looking at, man, this shit got to look good, because this is going to be her first go round at a professional. And to start at the top of the list and get somebody who's been here for a while, it's crazy. You starting off, you know what I'm saying? You starting off batting 1,000. That's hard.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You know, shout out to Miss Asian Kiwi breaking out. You know what I'm saying? Just tap out. I'm just gonna give a big clap. Big clap. So you know, Kiwi, he said a lot, right? Now here's the thing. What was going on in your mind? Because it was a lot going on. And yet you was still taking, you was going hard.
He explains a lot without giving everything away. I don't want to give everything away now, you know. But all I was thinking, I guess the toughest shot that I had was one where I was doing something and I tried to hold it for like, 2 minutes. And I just kept thinking of when I work out, and the trainer sets it for like 1:30. And I'm like, did you even set the timer? It's been longer than that. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You already know.
Yeah, we work out together. Definitely.
I'm always on your head about getting that fitness, and we had to get that gym.
I just feel like once you're on camera, I picture this invisible man in the background screaming, "World Star!" And I just have to perform the best that I ever can because everyone's going to be watching. So, yeah, that's all that goes on in my head besides the pleasure. Yeah. But it's more of a meditation to me now, you know,
the pleasure in the meditation?
The pleasure in the meditation. You have to meditate to get pleasure, or else it's not going to be there for me.
You know, it's amazing. Showtime. So when you were catching angles and minding out, now mind you, I'm in your background. I'm in your 6. How did you stay focused? Because or matter of fact, what was some of tell us an experience, if it did happen, where that other people were in the room, or managers or pro managers, whatever the heck they want to call themselves, you know, was in the room and they may or may not got in the way. How was this experience in comparison to other experience, or this was like or was this some type of unique experience where normally you don't even do this shit, but you allowed it to happen? You know, talk to me about that, because I know what it's like on the back end, because I do it with you.
Well, on my sets, it's a closed set. Unless it's somebody that enhances or helps production. So I did a shoot for Mr. Lays in LA. Her makeup artist was on set. The only time he got in the way was, let me just fix your brow. Okay. And he went away. So it wasn't a big deal, but I prefer my sets to be closed. But if it's somebody that's going to help with the production, like with a light or a boom mic, yes, but I don't need a dud man. Your man's from the block. Like, it's not that type of party. Go wait till the clip goes online.
Yeah. Is you know, I can attest to a many, from girlfriends to boyfriends. Well, definitely not boyfriends, but like uh uh
Boyfriends of the talents. Yeah,
yeah, like folks that just trying to,
definitely.
you know, interfere with the font sway, because at the end of the day, this is still intimacy in a form, even though you're performing, you know. Is ways that you have to conduct yourself to maintain the zen, you know, to keep your
Yes.
stuff in a thing. And anytime that is uncomfortable in any form, you know, is not going to go right. So I appreciate you for allowing me to, you know, help with the behind the scenes and get the top, the overhead of the overhead, so people know that this is real. But also the fact that you receive me not as someone that was trying to be in the way, you know, understanding that, like, I know I'm with the tech, you know, because I'm not just the support part, but also on the fact that you know, it takes a team of competent people to make things really happen. You know, it's not a one man show. Even though a lot of people want it to be, it's not. And the fact that you receive me, you know, Alfonso received me, you know, I appreciate y'all just as a whole, as men, you know, because you know, this can, and I've experienced it time and time again before my ascension as a professional operator in exotic entertainment as a whole, you know, that, you know, it's a lot of machismo, it's a lot of egos on that tip. You know, like, hey, I'm the guy, you know, basically screw you, you feel me? And that's not the energy that I wanted to present. Like, no, I'm humble, I know my shit, but I'm humble because I'm in a different lane now, you know. And the fact that y'all received me, you know, and work while y'all was working with her, you know, that's a big deal. Because that lets me know that you know your stuff. See, I test people based off of, if you know your stuff, you ain't got nothing to worry about over here, I promise you. Especially if I'm not trying to 20,000 questions, because, you know, everything y'all killed off was all the right stuff, you know. And that's what most of people are here for, is just to make sure that they're not getting taken advantage of or mismanaged or misused, you know. But when you're showing the proof, you know, and then
It's
let
gonna
that
speak for
take over
itself. Yeah.
in the testing, you know, making sure the proper testing was put in place without hesitation. You feel me? It's big, because I'm became, you know, just in the bar world, when people are trying to pass goofy IDs or not solid pat downs, or, you know, or having too much going on, and the risk factor is high, you know. And the fact that y'all move in a very straightforward, no nonsense, like, listen, we got to make this work, because we got to make this work. You feel me? The bread is in getting this done. You feel me? Not in playing games because you in your feelings, right? Get out your bag and get in your feelings. You feel me? You
Mm-hmm.
know. So you know, what has been, and this is for Showtime one more time, what is the love hate relationship, being the person that's filming this? Do Are you still sensitive to this, to the industry, or more like, yeah, that's the question. Are you still sensitive to the energy, or no?
Nah, just a lot of messages from people asking me, "Oh, can I get in the industry? Can I get a shot? Can you put me onto that talent?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not an agent. I'm just a stagehand." So there's a song called Tribe Called Quest called "Find a Way." Everybody finds a way in this industry. You could be that next success story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know, bringing, like you say, you're not an agent. Hell, I'm not an agent. You know, I'm just supporting my friend and making sure that
He gets a good product every
we get
time.
a good quality with good quality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know business. I know this business. I did enough hard grassroots work to understand, like, oh yeah, you on some BS, or we on some good business, and we're going to make great money. You know, and the fact that, you know, you kept it solid, you kept it a buck. You know, that's great. So, you know, Miss Kiwi and
Yes.
Fano, this is a joint question. So y'all was and I'm recalling a scene, a part of y'all scene.
Oh no.
So y'all was reaching out and he gave her a challenge. He gave her the challenge like I think it was the reverse situation. And
Yes.
she was trying to reach back because she she was trying to go. So how was that scene doing the transition? On keeping it together, keeping it together, Fonzo, while she's trying to reach back or reach around records. I couldn't understand like how was that supposed to work?
So every time you shoot, when you're shooting new talent, old talent, whatever, your whole thing is have them do something unorthodox to what they've done before. With her reaching back, I want the reach back because they get to see her open up. Now you get to see everything because you're not missing something. Challenges in our game is men have to stay hard the whole time. You got to keep it hard the whole time. So for a professional like myself to give you the opportunity to express yourself, to reach back, to open up, I'm just giving you time. You know what I'm saying? Roll with the motion. I'm just giving you time. It was dope. It was dope. She did an amazing job. Showtime, even when Showtime was filming it, even though I'm laying there, I could see the look on his face, and he's like, "There it is." So that's what we were fucking looking for. There it goes. That's the good thing about it, is that people that are able to vibe right, it just gels. The harmony of it makes it just easy.
That is a good part. It's almost like a match made in heaven. You feel me? By we doing Leo game and Aquarius game. Normally we're opposites. We're normally at each other's.
It's opposite.
At each other's neck, but yet, the vibes has been consistent. You feel me? I don't particularly know your zodiac Showtime. If you don't mind sharing it much, let me know.
Virgo, he said.
Okay, Virgo game. Okay. So, damn. Virgo, y'all about y'all business. It's 24/7. Like if it ain't about
always.
If it ain't about the cheese, if it ain't about the business, nigga, why we talking? Like, why are you here?
We vibe as much as we do, as far as us being, business production partners and stuff, because he gets it. I don't gotta tell him. He already in his mode. He knows what his game plan is before the scene even happens. He already saying, "Hey, Fonzo, we are," because we've been around each other so much that even when we were sitting there, what was I doing? Put it together.
Yep.
And he's sitting there, I'm putting it together my way, and he's envisioning how it's gonna work for him, how it's gonna look on camera. We're just rolling through it and envisioning how it has to happen.
Yeah.
Is how we connect.
Yeah. So that brotherhood is like priceless, I think. Just on the fact, because in all industries, but especially in this industry, it's a lot of subtle nuances of envy, hate, dissension, so on and so forth, as being an artist, because that's competitive all by itself. Then having someone that you can confidently rock with to make it all work, together. I noticed that during Exxxotica, a lot of people was bumping into y'all to recognize and you was able to snatch some shots. Who are some of the, I would say, male talent that you respect? Because I know it's not many. I would say it's not many only because some people are just gonna be funny, But I would assume that there are some that you respect just because they're in the game. Are there any?
I mean, that's a hard pass on that question.
Okay.
The only reason why that question is a hard pass is because in my younger industry years, I would be blatantly loud about what I don't like. As I've grown and progressed, controversy with other male creators doesn't benefit you at all. It makes other people not want to work. Because friend, they feel so. So I'll give you a hard pass on that, but I will say this. A lot of popular situations, they don't test right, but there's more than their test.
Okay. You know, now we got another event coming up, XBiz, and you know, we all been kind of like, how do you want, like, what's the way to go? How you want to move? Because this not an expo like what we just did. This is what is this?
It's all talent.
Talent.
No fans, no excuses. Okay, that's the biggest part about it. No excuses. So if we've been trying to work and you've been running around doing your fan shoots and all that, there's no excuses at XBiz, because if you're here, I'm here. We all tested. It's a go, baby.
Wide open west over here.
Huh?
There's gonna be wide open west over here. Woo!
No fucking fans. And I don't have no problems with fans, because fans are the money, right? But
we love our fans.
Love them. But XBiz is about us. That's it. It's just about us. Not about no fans. XBiz is about us as creators, as business people, as entrepreneurs. XBiz is all about all of us coming together to celebrate what we've done in this industry and the growth that we have created.
So with that, no only talent is allowed to come, or how does that work?
Just talent, man. That's it. Talent. That's it.
Talent and producer. That's it.
That's it.
Okay. It's like the all-star game.
Hey, listen. AVN is the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? That's
okay.
AVN is the Oscars and the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? You got to have one. I got one.
I love it.
I got one, right? AVN is the Grammys, the Oscars, whatever, right? But XBiz is like strictly for us. That's it. XBiz is strictly for us. I mean, and that is the greatest thing. And now ASN has came around. Now we have ASN, which ASN is about the Swingers Network. And also, you know, the Adult Swingers Network is big. It's a really, really big network. Not everybody in the Adult Swingers Network performs in front of a camera. A lot of them like to have personal swinger events. So for me to be nominated for an ASN award and an XBiz award back to back, I got a lot of work to do, baby. And I'm going to have a great time doing it.
Oh, that's what's up. So it's been, well, y'all have so you and Kiwi have y'all seen, and it's going to be dropping like hot on cakes. You know, how will they be able to tune in to catch a Snippet, a Snapshot? You know, is this going to be in the next couple of days, in the next week? You know, talk to me.
So within the next week, all of my fans will be able to go on my loyalfans.com/Alfonso LS. That's where they'll be able to find it. They will be able to find the snippet in my story, but you're going to have to go to my video side to get that video. They're going to have to go to the video side. I'll put, you know, because Loyal Fans is a new platform that is literally who don't have an account. Y'all missing out. Loyal Fans will be the new go. Not only fans, that's old. Loyal Fans is the new go. And I'm super excited because you can go on the platform, put things on your wall, just like Twitter and Instagram, But if they want to actually come and subscribe, they can go to the video side and actually watch the videos or purchase the videos. This right here is changing the market. It's changing the game. And I think every performer should have a loyal fans compared to having any other platform, because now we're making the loyal fans community bigger, and we're getting actual people to purchase our product without having to go all over the place. You get to see our updates, you get to see the product, and merch, or you could do custom video conversations all in one spot.
See, and like y'all getting the game right here, people. Like a lot of people been asking, and he delivering. Like I don't know how much more you can ask for from the mind of an exoticpreneur. Someone who is doing it at the highest level, which I talk to everybody. There's levels to this stuff. You can't just walk in. You can walk into the game, but to win in the game, you got to learn from those who've been there and done it. Those that are willing to share, because only ones that are secure is willing to share. The ones that are insecure, they're going to be worried about you. But we know real exoticpreneurs, people who define their purpose and wear with pride, ain't afraid to give you the game. Why? Because it's enough for everybody plus some more. You feel me? Like, I look at it like this. It's 8 billion on the planet. Well, I did recently in 2022, when that shutdown happened, it went from a $7,500 billion industry to now on par to transition to a 500 and a dang near $1 trillion industry in the next 7 to 10 years. The online content creation, entertainment, production business as a whole will hit $1 trillion. So if you're been trying to figure out how you're moving and you just want some legal, ethical, sound information and advice plus that, then you're on the right platform. You're in the right place to get real game from the mind of an exoticpreneur. Because sometimes you might have to change it up again. You've been getting business sense from all the gurus all over the world, and y'all still ain't won. Maybe you need to come on over to this side and learn how to win in another form. We're not saying that you got to go out and start dropping like a hot, because this ain't for everybody. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying pick up the nuggets to make your business work. Because this business, just like any business, it has rules, it has principles, it has skill sets that you must adopt, you must get, and you must be able to deliver on it for it to be a reality. And that is the definition of success all day. I mean, you got to define your purpose, man, and wear it with some pride. So we brought this game in a full circle space, man. I thank all of y'all for taking the time out of y'all busy schedules, because I know y'all working. The marketing promotional game ain't nothing to sleep on. It is a full-time 24/7 job. And y'all took the time out to kick it with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if there's things that y'all want to leave or share with somebody, I'm going to kick it off. I'm going to start it off with Showtime. Then I'm going to transition to Alfonso, Kiwi, then me, okay? So if Showtime, it is your time. You know, anything you want to share with anybody, it's on you, baby.
I don't got too much to say, but Mr. Lays said it all. If anybody is serious about being a content creator, Loyal Fans is a good place to start. And piggyback off Exxxotica, we had representatives of Loyal Fans were there. They took time out to answer my questions, gave me clear and concise answers. They have a very good technical support system. If you have issues, you'll get a human, unlike the other site, and their headquarters is in the United States.
Wow.
So many people don't know that.
Wow.
Because that other site is overseas.
Y'all, did y'all get that game right there? Listen, if y'all just losing the goose, you feel me? Look, hey man, content creation is where it's at. I don't care what platform and what you do. But I tell you one thing, you hearing from the horse's mouth. You hearing from the originator. You know I don't do the pretender stuff. He's telling you, listen, they built to help you win. And where there is no excuse. You feel me? Man, If I don't know what to tell you, listen. If you don't know this, man, y'all need to make sure y'all tap in right there on Instagram, Snapshot Media Entertainment. This boy Showtime be showing up. You feel me? That ain't nothing to sleep on. You feel me? Fonzo, what you want to let the people know?
Go out and support your creators, man. We invest a lot of time, and we try to bring your fantasies to life. Big thing. We try to bring people, and just for people to understand, not everything has to be an immaculate one. Not every scene has to be an immaculate one. Give credit where credit is due. Respect this game. If you do want to become a creator, get some consultation first. Talk to myself, because I do consultations, or talk to someone else. But please get you some, because jumping in head first, you're going to take a plummet, and it's not going to be a good one. So get you some consultation, learn structure first, and then prepare for your attack. But as far as, I go on pornbreadinc.com, like I told you, / Alfonso LS. You'll be able to find me, and the new album Alfonso LS Crown is out on iTunes and all platforms. So if you're looking for me, here I go.
You hearing it right here from the horse's mouth, man. Listen, he's giving you real game and real understanding that get you some consultation. Get in a room from somebody who's been there and done it. Is the greatest part of wisdom is learning from someone else's mistake instead of going ahead and busting your head all up time. Like your mama and your daddy would tell you all day, listen, boy, you're going to learn one day. You feel me? And this industry, this game is another level. It's one thing to play Little League. It's another thing to play high school, then college. But now you got to go to the big leagues. Another different type of animal. You feel me? And you're gonna learn what you did in college ain't gonna work. And when you do in a stripper college, the exotic entertainer college, which is my lane, you can't do that in the big leagues and think you're gonna get away with it. It don't work like that. It's different levels and it's different rules. You feel me? And Miss Kiwi, Miss Asian Kiwi, since you are now in the Olympics, you are officially in the game as a professional. What do you want to let with people?
Well, I haven't been doing this for long, I wish I had a camera for the facial remarks and expressions when I told people that I dropped my P, they've been waiting on this for so long. But, talent speaks for itself. Professionalism always speaks for itself. And it shines through it. The product's going to sell. So I just wanted to say that, the relationship I have with you and the relationship Alfonso had with Snapshot, it's kind of similar, you know what I mean? The Aquarius feels out the room. We were talking about this the other day, and then it made everybody feel comfortable. It made everybody work together harmoniously. And that's all I cared about because of the aura. I'm always about the aura and the feeling and the energy. And because, if that's not there, it's going to see through the camera. So, we are always striving for the best product that we can get out there. And I just wanted to thank y'all for letting us work with you and being so professional. Actually, Alfonso had DM'd me and I didn't even see it until after we met. So it was in the universe and the stars for us to meet in that big old convention. We found each other, so that's how I feel like it was meant to be. Thank you so much.
Well, you have now heard it from all of the mouths from the mind of real exoticpreneurs that did it, and then we're talking about in the P world. So there's different levels, there's different places. Now you heard it from the content creator, the talent, the new talent, and now you're gonna hear it from the old head who don't know nothing but how to talk shit. and collect spit. And that's your boy right here. Hey, listen, man, I need y'all to make sure y'all tune in, like and subscribe. Listen, y'all gonna see a lot of that because this was some real fire game. You feel me? Make sure y'all follow me on all platforms. The name is the same, Donald Paratus. You feel me? I'm now going to be updating my Instagram and Twitter to a new name, the Mind of the Exoticpreneur. I'm just deciding on the acronym, so just be on the timeline, but you will get an update. Listen, at the end of the day, I need y'all to stay healthy. Let's be wealthy. I mean, y'all need to define your purpose. Let's wear a pie. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, for tapping in, and for not holding anything back. The honesty, the transparency, and the authenticity is what the people who tune in to this loves and respect, because it's so many pretenders, it's so many liars, and I got a shirt that says pretenders are not allowed. Hey, it's a real nigga situation. And with that being said, hey baby, peace.